Hello, welcome back to Oddvice. Happy Monday.
Holy shit. Hello, everybody. Let's start off with the elephant in the room.
We skipped last week.
We're bad girls. We are.
I've been doing this Christopher Walken voice.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that like it?
Yeah.
Weird.
Bad girls.
Then maybe I caught on to it. That you've
Probably.
been doing it?
I've been doing it the past 2 weeks, and Tanner was like, you got like a Christopher Walken thing going on right now.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Regardless, we've been bad, and I'm sorry. We took a week off. Not only did we take a week off, but we didn't tell you we were taking a week off.
Yeah, we didn't tell anyone. But you know what?
We weren't hiding it though either. It kind of just happened this way.
The week just fully got away from us.
Yeah.
By the time we knew it, I mean, at least for me, the festival was on the weekend, and then all of a sudden it was Thursday.
Yes.
And I was like, what happened? I couldn't even
do?
I couldn't even tell you what we did Monday through Thursday.
I blacked out. That's what I did.
I fully blacked out.
Not we didn't.
No.
You get okay.
We were just like, our Leanna was here, and then our other friend Kristen was here from the Bay, and Tanner was here obviously, and we're gonna catch you up on everything. But we just had like the best 2 weeks with our. This is like the first time the whole crew came out to visit us in New York.
Right.
So it was really nice to like just focus on that.
Yep.
And I think I needed that reset.
Yeah.
To like, I don't know. I needed some kind of boom for my work life.
Yep.
Because I was feeling stagnant in my personal life. And like the fact that they came, it really like.
It shook something up.
It shook something up.
I think it really like brought us into summer mode too.
Yeah.
Like it brought us into party mode. And the last we told you guys was right before that, before they even came, Alex and I were like, we just need to fucking go out. And we went out that one weekend. And I feel like since that weekend,
I think it kind of shifted gears for us to chill the fuck out.
Right.
Like you and I were both overthinking absolutely anything and everything. And our anxieties got the absolute worst of us.
Right. Which we'll get into.
Yeah, we'll get into all of that. And I think it gave us the little foundation for us to just be like, you're fine.
Literally.
Have fun.
It's like that simple sometimes.
Yes.
And we were thinking we needed something deeper, and it's like, no, I think maybe we just needed to chill out.
I think we needed to just chill the fuck out.
And Monica tells me this all the time. Monica's my sister, by the way. She obviously has seen me go through all phases since birth, and through the past few years, anxiety's been the worst. And every time I talk to her, in the moment, I'm always like, why would she say that? Like, that doesn't even help.
That's the last thing that someone with anxiety wants to hear.
But this whole time, she's just been like, hey, like, I think you just need to relax.
Yeah.
And now I get it.
I think you need to chill out.
She literally told me, like, I think you just need to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Tanner even said the same thing before he came. He was here for like over 2 weeks. And I was having some anxiety a few days before he came for whatever reason. And, he was like, I'm excited to get there and for us to just have fun.
Yeah.
And like laugh.
No pressure.
Just laugh and like
experience New York
things
all together for the first time. It was huge. It was a really big 2 weeks. And that's what this episode is going to be about. If you can't tell by the title, we're just going to catch you up on everything that we've been doing. We have a lot to catch you up on.
Yeah. I feel like
things have changed.
A big old switch.
Things have changed in the past few weeks.
It feels good though.
It feels good.
I feel motivated, and as you guys know, I usually really, really struggle after like any type of vacation or time out of my routine. I struggle so hard to get back into it, and I don't have that.
Yeah.
They left on Thursday. Today's Saturday. I filmed a video yesterday.
Right.
Like I made a TikTok yesterday. Like
they gave us momentum.
Yeah. Like the day they left, granted it was in the morning, that whole day, like I was really fucking productive, and we cleaned everything and like reset the house, and that, I know this sounds like the bare minimum, but like that ain't me. Like,
yeah.
It's not usually like that for me. So it was really fucking cool to see myself be capable to get back in routine, and it just made me proud of myself. So just shout out me if you're listening.
Pat yourself on the back.
I feel like whenever we take a break from the podcast, like so much happens in pop culture.
Yeah.
We're like, well, I feel like we're in a different universe.
Courtney's pregnant.
Courtney's pregnant. Just announced that.
That was so cute how she announced it. If you didn't see, she held up a big sign at one of Travis's shows, and it said Travis, I'm pregnant. And that was something that was done in one of their music videos. I think All the Small Things. So she was like holding up a sign in the crowd at his show, and he like gets off stage and gives her a hug. I'm curious to know if he knew beforehand. It looked like he was surprised, but then again, like, how would she not tell him?
I think it was just for us to
us to find out,
because she's totally showing,
right?
And like he sees her every day and would see that growth,
right?
You would think. If not, we have another problem.
Right.
He's oblivious to her. We got a new season of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
We got Love Island started again.
Oh my God.
Are we caught up?
No, we're like 2 episodes behind.
We're going to catch up, and then we're going to remain like caught up with you guys too. So if you're watching or you want to start watching, catch up right now. It's on Hulu. This is not sponsored. Wish it was. Fuck, I wish it was.
Could you imagine?
Catch up on Hulu. It's Love Island UK.
We'll do like updates every week of what we're thinking.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's like.
We'll do like a.
Don't people do this with like The Bachelor too? Like,
oh, I'm sure.
Remember Blue Haven had the pictures up on the wall and like you X them out every.
They had like watch parties every week.
Yeah,
sick.
That'd be kind of fun to do. Maybe if we should ask the Hella tier. If you guys are on the Hella tier on our Patreon,
yeah. Do you guys want to have a watch party?
Love Island, like maybe we should run one once a week. Or
I'm down.
Or like, what if we watch the After Sun?
Oh, cool.
Together, and we all got like. I don't know. It could be cool. So if you're on the Hella tier,
I actually think After Suns are on Mondays.
That's perfect then.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, they are. It's the day that they don't post like an
actual app.
Real app. So yeah, so much going on. Back to Black Mirror though. Alex and I want to talk about the first episode. Joan is Awful is the name of the episode. We will say spoiler alert, Lily. Hi Lily. Everybody say hi Lily.
Hi Lily.
Can you put a time stamp right here for skip forward to if you haven't seen this episode of Black Mirror and you plan to? Spoiler alert. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Joan is Awful. Started off, I'd say the first like 60% of it, I was like, this is stupid.
Right. We were like, it's a cool concept. I guess since we did a spoiler, we can like let you guys know.
For sure.
Basically, the basis of the episode is that someone got caught in like, they signed terms and conditions for a streaming platform.
Streamberry?
Streamberry. What we all do when terms and conditions pop up on an app, we literally just like check consent. I agree. So they like had the mic on her phone and used her life story to make an AI version of her life. And she like sits down one day after work with her boyfriend and watches a new show that's called Joan is Awful, and her name's Joan. And the picture is of Salma Hayek, famous actress, but she's like, she has the same hairstyle and haircut and hair dye as Joan. And she's like, that's weird. This person looks like me, and her name's Joan, and the show's called Joan is Awful. We have to watch it. Turns out to be like a play-by-play of everything she had done that day.
Literally day of. So these episodes theoretically roll out every single day, and it's what she did that day.
Right. So the whole episode, we're like, this is a cool concept. Like,
but it wasn't Black Mirror.
It wasn't Black Mirror. And then one thing happened. We won't say that because like, go watch it. We don't want to ruin it fully.
Well, we said spoiler alert. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it's revealed that she is a clone of another Joan, that's when we were, me and Kristen looked at each other and we were like, oh, I like this.
When she was about to destroy the computer, and the boss lady, she comes in and says like, what's actually going on? Alex and I were sitting up on this couch right here. We were like, no fucking, I love this. Then it
took a turn. It's
such a good episode now.
It's the like Black Mirror-esque that we needed.
Yeah.
For it to feel like, oh, there's a twist.
Right.
This is deep now.
Yep. I talked to Monica about it today too, or was that yesterday? I don't know. And she had the same reaction as us. She said while she was watching it, she was kind of like, okay, like I see where this is going, and like that's cool, but this kind of sucks. And then the fact that there was a twist is so Black Mirror.
Yep.
Like now it made it even more Black Mirror that they led us to think it was bad.
Right.
And then
they gave us the ending that we wanted.
Explanation.
Yep.
Like through and through.
It was really good.
It was so good. And I love that they casted the girl from Schitt's Creek because she's so, and not downplaying her career at all, but like that's her biggest role. Like that's what you know her as. So I love that they chose someone that everybody could be like, oh, that's her. The opening scene, you went, oh, the girl from Schitt's Creek.
Yep.
Like that's what they wanted. They wanted, and Selma, or what's her name?
Salma Hayek.
Yeah. She's
iconic.
Right. And like for her to be in a Streamberry show. Like it was
there were so many very levels well casted
there were so many multi-dimensional things and literally an episode about multi-dimensions.
Right. It was good. So that kind of like set me up, us up for like, okay, this is going to be a good season.
Yeah.
But I went out last night and Kristen told me this morning, she's like, okay, don't be mad, but I watched an episode of Black Mirror, but I Googled the worst one so that you wouldn't feel bad for not watching it with me.
I was hella high. I was just like, wait, she's going to be upset. And then I was like, well, she's out right now. Like, I want to have some fun. And then I was like, okay, let's watch the worst one just to get it out of the way. Because there's always one that just flops to me, always. So I watched Maisie Day, I think is what it's called. Actually, I'm not going to spoil this one because you still want to watch it. So don't worry. No spoilers here. But I hated it.
Yeah.
If that's a spoiler in itself. It was
like the concept even Black Mirror-y? Or was like the acting bad? Like what was bad about it?
Here's the thing. I'm sure I can look up 1,000,001 articles right now that will find deeper meanings and double things to show our society and how Black Mirror is. And like maybe those went over my head and I'm the idiot. Who knows?
Right.
But I think it was like, I don't know.
Like surface level?
No. I think it was heavily inspired by something else that is gimmicky. It's so hard to say this without giving anything away. Regardless, still watch it because again, the beauty of Black Mirror is everybody has so many interpretations of it, so it's like so cool in that way. And maybe I'll watch it again with you. Maybe I'll pull something new from it. But it could have been like a cool movie, but I just didn't understand the climax. There we go.
Okay, I
didn't understand the climax of it. And by understand, I mean like why. Why did you write this in? Like, what did this have to do with the whole story? And again, there's probably so many double meanings. There's probably people listening to this right now being like, you didn't catch a like, I don't know.
Okay, I'll give it a whirl.
I'm just so thirsty today, you guys. I worked out this morning for the first time. And like we said, we've had people in town. Worked out for the first time in probably 3 weeks. And I ran 2 miles. And I could tell my body's like
catching up.
I had a vegetable this morning. I had more than a vegetable, but vegetable in my food. That dead ass first vegetable.
We have been eating the same. So when Tanner first got here, he was like, I'm going to go pick us up breakfast burritos from the bodega. And we were just like, okay, order whatever. And it's this bacon, egg, and cheese with a chipotle aioli and a hash brown inside the breakfast burrito. And I swear to God, we had that 6 days in a row.
Good. It was so
We
good,
had that burrito almost every day that our friends were in town. I had it today.
It's so cheap and it's so good. Fucking good.
It's so cheap. It's so good. And it's it's the perfect size.
Yeah.
You know how some breakfast burritos are like ginormous?
You want to take a nap afterwards.
Yes.
Well, it's like a light BB.
Yeah.
Well, you're also tired. You had a late night.
Tie.
But oh my God, it's so good. And you put hot honey on it.
Oh.
But I have to tell, I forgot I had makeup on. I just wiped my eyebrow. I have to tell you something about Tanner, you guys. He put the hot honey in the fridge.
Oh yeah. I was pissed.
No.
I was looking for it for my breakfast burrito and I was like, guys, has anyone seen the hot honey? Like, did someone accidentally throw it away? Right. That thing's expensive. And I'm walking around and I could tell he was being quiet. I was like, okay, he's being super sus right now. And I literally walked up to him and I was like, did you see the hot honey? He's like, no. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, what idiot where would someone put this where it's not supposed to be? Mm-hmm. So I checked the fridge door, and I'm like looking through and it's like tucked in the back, and I pull it out and I go, Tanner, what is this? And he's like, oh, and Mike shakes his head, like admits it. And I'm like, you don't put honey in the fridge.
You don't put honey in the fridge.
Especially hot honey when you want it to like drizzle and be warm.
I'm so sorry.
Break up.
We actually planned it. I'm serving him papers. No, I can't. Link, are you alive?
Super weird.
Oh my gosh, she wasn't breathing for a sec. Yeah, no, I can't believe he did that. That was super silly, and I'm so sorry on behalf of him. And
if you put your honey in the fridge, grow up.
You should date Tanner.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Okay,
I want to get with the update. So let's.
What should we start with?
Well, I think we should say song of the day what we're wearing. Did you forget?
Oh yeah. No, this feels like right back into it.
It's like riding a bike.
Yep.
It's literally been 1 week. Week 2 weeks.
Probably 2 weeks. Week and a half.
A week and a half. A little over a week and a half. I'm wearing jeans on the couch.
Yeah. Why'd you put on jeans?
They're just comfortable. And I don't know. I just want to start like getting ready.
I get that. I had that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I just want to start getting ready. So here I am. Ready.
There you are. Do you want to tell your story about your shirt?
So, also, yeah, I will start off with the shirt. So I'm wearing this shirt. If you're on visual, if you're not on visual, sorry. It's a black baby tee with Johnny Cash. So just like the whiskey kind of label. And I got the shirt yesterday from Target. I went to the Target in the Upper East Side, and it was so good. And I'm just so happy because other Targets here,
you don't get the Target experience.
You don't. But this one had a home section. This one had like full grocery section. It was 2 levels. It was big. There were shopping carts. It didn't feel like a city Target. And I miss going to Target and honestly spending money I don't need to spend.
Yeah.
It's fun to do like once every 4 months.
Walking around Target and picking something up. Like the fact that you bought scissors.
Well, we needed those.
But that's the thing. You buy things that you need.
I've been needing this,
but like
not urgently.
It's not like you never go to Target for something urgent.
No. And that's exactly what I wanted to do is go and get the little things that I've been kind of wanting, but I didn't want to order because it felt lazy to order.
Right.
Just go pick it up from the store. Like
you got
scissors.
Pillows.
I got pillows. Oh my God, they're so comfortable.
We crossed paths in the elevator. She was just getting home and I was leaving and I was walking out and she's like tucked behind a pillow and she like peeks over and she's like, I got new pillows. And then just walks in the elevator. I'm like, okay, bye. I'll see you later.
I was so hot too. It was like muggy. And I took the subway home.
I know.
And at commuter hour, literally 2 of the stops, our train was so packed that they opened the door and nobody walked in.
Whoa.
Like, everybody was just like, oh, I can't even fit in there.
Ew, and then pillows.
I know. They were wrapped in plastic though.
For sure.
Like, it's New York City. It's not my fault. Anyway, not the point. This baby tee is from Target. And it's not only a baby tee, but it's literally a toddler's shirt. And life hack, right? No,
if you have small armpits, I could never.
It is a little tight in the pits, but it'll stretch. I can already feel it stretching. This size is a 4T. I usually like a 5T for the arm reason, but
they didn't have it.
And I really did want it. But it's so cute. Like it looks like something you'd get at Urban for like $35.
For sure, Johnny Cash.
Right. So it was also $8, but I was standing there and I was like looking through to find my size, and this sweetest girl walks up and is like, hi, are you Kristen? I think her name was Shan. I think that's what she said. I get really nervous when I meet you guys in public. So like, I'll ask for your name and like, I will remember in the moment.
Like black out.
But then I get like, sorry, but I'm pretty sure it was Shan. And I was like, oh, hi. I looked crazy too. I had no makeup on. I had just got a facial. And it wasn't like a facial where I was like glowing after. It was a facial where I was like
everything was like pulled out of you.
And like I had like just not cute. I had the frizziest slow bun because it was like humid and raining outside. I looked insane. I don't even know if I brushed my teeth that day. So I was like, oh hi. And she's like, like what are you doing? And I was like, oh, just shopping. Like what are you doing? She's like, oh, I got a water and I got super glue. And I was like, did you break something? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, was it like a family heirloom? Like, cause I don't know. Like she got, I don't know. It seemed sad.
Did you have that vibe?
Kind of. She looked like she had family heirlooms.
Yeah. And broke one.
And then she was like, oh no, it's a brand new, and she called it a vase.
Oh, so she for sure has heirlooms.
Thank you. So I think that's why I thought it was an heirloom, is because she called it a vase. She was like, I broke my vase. I was like, oh, was it an heirloom?
Oh, okay. The heirloom question didn't come first. Okay.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm telling you, I get really nervous. So yeah.
You start asking her about our family hand-me-down.
Can I see it? Do you have a
what
picture?
Did you get from your sibling?
When did they die?
Did anything happen? Dude, nothing. Never mind. Killed it.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this.
Your baby tee.
Yes.
That's your outfit of the day.
So I got a toddler's t-shirt.
Are you wearing socks?
Yes, I am. They're pink and they're from Teddy Fresh because I love Teddy Fresh a lot.
I'm wearing Teddy. I stole a pair from her Fresh Pack. These are Teddy Fresh socks and they're comfy.
I know.
They're like thick but not too thick.
Nope. Perfectly tight.
Perfectly tight.
Yep.
And they stay. A lot of my socks twist.
Right. They stay perfectly. These are old too. I've had these for a minute and they don't lose their elasticity at all.
Wow.
And they wash well. The quality they're quality.
These are some fresh Teddy socks.
Teddy Fresh is quality you can taste.
Right. Did you know that Pusha T produced the McDonald's and the Arby's theme song?
Wow.
It's sampled from his music.
Oh.
Isn't
Wait,
that no,
what
the
song?
beat. I don't know what that song is, but I saw a TikTok.
You don't know what I just said?
No, yeah, I don't know what that's sampled from.
Oh, I thought you meant like you never heard it.
No, I don't know what that's sampled from, but fuck, I forgot the name. I saw a TikTok about how the beat under the "we have the meat." That's from a Pusha T song. Isn't that crazy?
Flex.
What
a fucking flex.
We saw Pusha T at whatchamacallit?
Gov Ball. And he's so humble about it. The way I
would
would
never
brag.
know. And all the comments are like, yeah, he's getting his bag from this and he did McDonald's. That's all royalties. Royalty.
Did you see Doja's coming out with new music?
Yeah. I saw her ad. But what about that
good.
tweet that she tweeted? Like, fuck you and all this pop music. You think that was like
I think that was her saying like bye to this music.
And she's dropping.
Her new shit's like hard.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
Ooh, I wonder if something happened with her record deal. Like,
you would assume. I feel like that's always the story.
Right. Like she's finally
like free of it.
Free, yeah.
Well, I hope so. And if so, good for her because it's always the worst that it's a fucking cycle.
Right.
Someone blows up and then they're like, I hated my record label the whole time. And then they get out.
And then they start dropping like music that they actually want to drop.
It's really like cool. The cycle to like blow up. And then once you have your audience that will support you no matter what,
you can drop music that you like.
I get
sucks.
it. But like, I wouldn't do it.
No.
Not that I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even be able to do that with like my morale.
I wonder if that's why Chance the Rapper kind of like fell off because he did it backwards and he never signed with anyone. So he was like, I can drop whatever I want. And all of his early music, sorry, there's a hot take, I guess. All of his early music is so good because he, dropped it when he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of his new shit is kind of bunk.
Is he not independent still?
No, he is.
Then why is it bunk?
Maybe he just like lost momentum. He wasn't like holding on to it,
And like it could even be on a deeper level, like the things he was going through at those ages produced that art, and then now he's like he's just chilling out maybe.
Yeah, just like dropping whatever.
It's not like
Chance, get it together. You have so much potential.
He's fine. He's literally fine.
But drop good music. He's fine. I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
I'm wearing a Metro Boomin sweatshirt. I got this at Gov Ball. And it started pouring that day. And we're at Metro Boomin and it's like literally out of nowhere. Thunder and storms and like hail almost.
They were like giant raindrops.
Right.
Don't tell the whole story though.
Okay, yeah.
Because we'll get to that.
But so I was glad to have my Metro Boomin hoodie. I was wearing it over a lace dress.
We'll also get into that.
Yeah. But yeah, Metro Boomin.
Song of the day. Song of the day is the McDonald's theme song.
Damn near. I'll pick a Metro Boomin song. All right, my song of the day is Mask Off by Future, but it's produced by Metro Boomin. And this is the song that dropped when it started raining, and it was just a big ass vibe. So yeah, that's my song of the day.
My song of the day is going to be Pound Cake by Drake.
Great choice.
Really good choice. Thank you. We were listening to it. I mean, I feel like it was just like on rotation of a lot of the music we were listening to while getting ready each day. And the song, every time it comes on, it just reminds me of Tanner.
Oh, really? So, from when?
I think Lake Days. That was like such an anthem during those days. And like Tanner's one of those people that knows every word to every song.
Yeah.
So like when a song comes on, he'll perform it, but like in a funny way, not in like a cringy way.
Not like a, stop.
Right. Not like a, hey, I wrote this rap. You guys want to listen?
Oh
like,
my God. Could you imagine?
But yeah, it reminds me of him. That's all. I feel like the camera is like definitely in a different spot than it usually is.
It seems farther.
Oh yeah, because the table's a lot farther.
Oh, it is.
It also seems like just crooked. You know what? It's okay.
Sorry, guys. We're going to have to ease back into this.
Just squint your eye a little bit.
You know us. You know us.
We're low budget.
Nothing's ever perfect. And nothing's even ever 80% right.
Nothing is real either. So.
Okay. Miss Black Mirror.
Watch just one episode of Black Mirror.
Nothing is real. So last episode that I talked to you guys, I had like a mini update about this guy that I was dating, and we had gone on like, I think at that point only a couple dates.
I think 2.
Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't stopped hanging out with him for the past 3.5 weeks, and it's been going great, and I really fucking like him. And he met everyone while everyone was here.
Yeah.
And he just like fit into the friend group so seamlessly. Him and Tanner are best friends.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. He would come over and he'd be like, Tanner, you want to play 2K? And like they would be on the couch playing 2K and we'd be like doing our own thing.
Cleaning.
Yeah.
Doing dishes, doing
right.
Just like doing our own thing, whatever. But like they were like so cute together.
Right. They're like funny buds. And I just love, I'd never had a boyfriend or a guy be tight with my friends, which sounds crazy, but like I was in a really long relationship, almost 4-year relationship with someone who just like wasn't friends with my homies, and like I was kind of like secluded in that. And then I dated a couple people after that, as you guys know, and like there was never any connection with my friends and him, so it was like, oh, I'm gonna go see my guy, and it was always separate.
Yes.
Now this is like I love his friends. His friends are fucking dope. He loves my friends, and it just like fits so seamlessly. And we are a lot alike. And I've never met anyone who like I feel like I can be my full self around like this.
Yeah, so quickly too, and I could vouch for that.
Quickly. And
I like, sorry to literally take the mic here, but like,
no, but I want you to like.
like, please fucking talk. It's not that you're like fake or anything with other men, but
I think I'm reserved from the beginning.
You're super reserved. Not super, that sounds intense, but you, if you are 100% of a person, yes, you are. In the beginning, you give like 40, and I don't mean that in an effort way. I mean that in like a let me show you my layers way.
Yeah.
And which is fine. Like in the beginning, that sometimes it be like that. Like you just have to get comfortable. What this new situation with him tells me is it not only are you giving 100% of yourself, but it tells me that you were comfortable enough. He is a safe place enough for you to not like to be able to do that
fully.
So, and that's nice to see. Like
he gave me 100% of himself too.
Exactly.
And I think that's why I felt so comfortable off the bat to do that too, is because like we've been on the same page from the jump.
Yep.
And I was telling Kristen this last night. Me and him kind of had like the what are we talk. And
at first when you told me that this morning, like we had the talk, I almost made a joke, but I knew you were about to get serious. I thought of like when your parents tell you what sex is.
Oh. I was like, hey, what's sex?
What have we been doing?
Oh no. No, so he was like, basically we wanted to make sure we're on the same page, and we talked about like what we wanted out of what we're doing together, and we both fully want a relationship. He was like, I want love, like I want to love someone.
Yep.
And I was like, I want it, like I have a lot of love to give too. And he was like, good, I'm glad we're on the same page, like I just wanted to make sure you knew that like I'm trying to make you my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, it feels kind of, he even said it. He was like, I know it's quick, and I almost like didn't say it, but I do want to make sure we're on the same page.
Don't want to waste time.
Yeah. We don't want to waste each other's time.
It's such a thing as you get older too, when you date, like it does feel soon to talk about it, but on another note, it's also important that you're on the same page. Cause if you're not, then I'm sitting here questioning. Yeah. Let's move on.
And now there's no, like we even agreed, like there's no pressure now.
Yeah.
He was like, there's no game. And he even said that. He's like, I fucking hate games. Like I'm here to like be in a relationship.
To pursue you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've never had that before. I've always been one to question, like, what is this going to be? Is it going to turn into something? Like, and I think that has to do with like what you said, me peeling back my layers and giving myself to someone in these increments, is because I'm holding back because I don't know. I don't want to get hurt. And like, I don't know how much to give to someone if they don't have the same intention, because like, I'm not out here just to like hook up with someone, and I'm not out here just to like fool around. And I do want a relationship. And the fact that we sat there and like expressed that like same concern to each other and we're on the same page. I don't know. It felt really nice.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
No, I like it. The second you told me that, like, I respect his approach. I respect that he brought it up. I respect that he even said, hey, this is quick.
Yeah.
Because if he didn't, like, there's also a skeptical side of me when people go really fast where I'm like, why is he trying to lock you down so quick?
Right.
But I like that he's like, I'm just letting you know where I'm at.
Yep.
And we'll still go with the flow.
He's like, I'm just glad we're on the same page, all in due time.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah. And he's like, or I said, I still want you to like ask me though. I want it to be like a grand gesture. He was like, okay, I'll plan something.
Yeah.
I'll plan something.
No, he's got to.
So
I'm glad you said that too.
Yeah.
So moral of the story, communicate
your shit, because you never know if it's a match, then they're going to communicate the same way. And it's like, everything's on the table. It's so much easier when everything's on the table. Like, I love his perspective. We can talk about anything. And I never feel like I am like need to hold anything back from him. And the fact that I get that from him as well.
Yep.
It's really refreshing.
It's so nice. And I'm just so glad that he actually gets along with the friend group. Like,
right.
For whatever it's worth, like, it was so meant to be that our friends made this trip out here.
Yep.
The same time that you're getting to know him. And it was just perfect. And I'm very happy for you. And I could tell you're really happy.
I'm really fucking happy.
And it's such a sustainable happening.
Yeah.
Happy.
It doesn't feel flighty at all.
No, it's not like, because I'm calling you out again. There's been times where you come home from a date and you're like, I'm in love.
Right.
And I'm always like, relax.
I'm like hard eyes.
Of course.
And I get like that.
And I love that about you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just fucking
I'm a
with
romantic.
you.
And
For
like,
sure.
I do get like that. But I actually had that check-in with myself too. And I was like, this feels very, I even said on my first date, and I think I said it to you guys, like, if there wasn't an initial spark.
Right. Yeah, I remember
us.
that.
And I don't even want to say slow burn, because it like we're literally a month in.
Sure.
But it feels gentle.
It wasn't like you were trying to make it fit.
Mm-mm.
And I think that's the trying to make it fit motivation and the trying to make it fit excitement, I think was mistaken as your sparks in the past.
Oh yeah.
To an extent. Like,
yeah.
It was part of like that.
I think it was just flighty. Like, oh, I get along with this person.
But now it was so easy with him that it was kind of like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Like I get what you're saying.
It wasn't the spark. It was just the fact that like, oh, we just are actually the same person.
Yeah.
Yep. We just get along.
It wasn't like you had to bring out this side of you to make it extra flirty or blah, 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 or intellectual. It was just like, I'm going to be myself. And wow, he reciprocated right away.
Yep.
And like, that's the click. That's the spark where it's like, oh, like this fits. Mm-hmm. This fits naturally and not just because I'm making it fit, which all humans do. It's like we're watching Love Island. Like that one girl was kind of doing it, like fitting herself to other people. And then she walks away and is like, who the fuck am I?
Right.
You get so caught up
what
in
do
that.
I want?
Yeah. So I'm glad that's not happening.
I'm really happy.
Yeah. I can't stress enough how happy I am that like I get along with him and he gets along with everybody and that.
And he like, so the first night did we say this a couple weeks ago? When he was like, he wanted to meet you. He was really excited to meet you when you weren't going. So we had all went out one night and Tanner was going to meet up with us, but Kristen was staying back because she wasn't feeling well. And when I had told him, should we give him a name?
Probably.
I don't know. I'll think of something. But when we told him that Kristen wasn't going to come out, he was like actually upset. He was like, oh, I like wanted to meet your best friend. I was like really excited to meet her.
Yeah.
And I was
so much.
I know. It meant so much to me because fuck, that's never happened.
Right. It's such a good sign when they
care.
They could tell you care about your friends and families, so they care just as much because they know it's important to you.
Yep. Yeah. So, and the fact that he like put in effort to like talk to you and like get to know you, and the fact that I feel like I
have my own friendship with him.
Yes.
It's not just like,
oh, my best friend's guy.
Right. It's not like a surface level. Mm-hmm. Like we've had our own conversations and like he smokes weed And like I get to smoke weed with him now, which is so nice.
Now you have your own weed buddy.
I have somebody to smoke weed with, so I don't feel like I'm just
and I'm
smoking
just sitting
alone.
on the couch like, okay, you guys are so much cooler than
Doritos?
me. Literally.
You're wearing like huff socks.
I can go get his bev. Do you want me to go to the bodega?
I love it though. It's so special, and I feel like the older we get, the more we realize that like you gotta fuck with my friends.
Yep.
And I think that's also a big reason why I love Tanner so much. Is
oh my God, yeah.
Obviously, he's
like,
the homie before anything,
right?
And then it turned into this. Both of our last relationships, these men knew nothing about this group of really important people to us, and
right, they didn't get this side of us.
No, I Scott met them once or twice, and he stayed in his room.
Right.
He didn't even hang out with us, which
no effort.
That's on it. Like maybe he was having a bad day, whatever. But like he didn't see it important enough for whatever reason to build a relationship with these people.
Right.
That are our hometown friends, our core group, our literal family. Yeah.
It's just so important.
It's so crazy that I was telling Alex the other day, there were like comments. I made a montage of our Gov Ball. It's on my Instagram. It's actually really cute. So go look at it. I worked very hard on it. But there were comments like, oh, like I love this new friend group for you. Like I'm so excited for you. And I was like, new? Like bitch. Which in their defense, they haven't seen them, so it's new to them. And thank you is still the sweetest comment and like so supportive. But in my head, it's
just crazy to think that
damn, the internet really doesn't know about this side of our lives and these important people, because
these are our people.
We don't
share it.
I don't share it, and I don't want to share it either. Like they're fine with that. I'm fine with that. We're fine with that. But
it's just crazy because it's
such a big part of
who we are as individuals,
right?
Too. Like it's our sense of humor,
right? Like you guys know Alex and I. If they were all sitting on this couch with us, we're all the same.
No,
people.
yeah, you guys be like, oh my God, clones of each other.
Like you'd get why we like the way we talk and like our jokes. Like we're all the same.
We are a cult.
Just kidding. We're not.
I feel like when we're all 50 and 60, we're all gonna live on like a compound.
I fucking hope.
That'd be
such a vibe. No, yeah,
totally.
Me too. Because I think we'll all be in the Bay, and we all like value the same like kind of property and stuff. So like maybe we'll all just get one big one together, and then we can actually start a cult.
Right. What would we call it?
My best friends.
Best friends cult.
BFFs.
BFF cult. You have to have cult at the end of it, right? Best friends. BFC.
Best friends cult. Established in
2037.
Well, I thought the cult started already.
Oh, you think?
I mean, we're pretty close.
I figure the cult will start when we live together.
Oh, when we get the lease.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're in our pre-cult era. So
pre-cult era.
I'm in my cult era. Ugh, I hate the internet. Side note, Liza just texted me. She's coming to New York. I
love when Liza comes to New York.
I'm telling you, I have seen Liza more in my time living in New York. And mind you, she still lives in LA. I've seen her more my time living in New York than I did from the moment I met her in 2015 to the moment we left LA. I see her so much. We see her so much. I love it. So she's coming tonight, and it's always on a whim. She's always like, hey, I'm going to be there tomorrow. You good? Right. I'm like, fuck.
Sure.
Come on in
with us.
Literally. But I sent her a place for dinner, and I was like, do you want to go here for dinner? Like when you get here? She said, who the hell would say no to that? Absolutely. That looks immaculate. It's Linden's.
God, I love her.
In New York, which is.
And they have, so we went when they had it was a fall menu, right?
Yes.
And it was, so I'm pretty sure we fucking talked about it. Their ravioli.
Holy.
The best thing that you'll ever put in your mouth.
Butternut squash ravioli.
Yes. Sit with the sage butter.
Yes.
Oh my God. It is so good. So they just dropped their summer menu.
And
so we're going to go for that.
Literally this, let me show you a picture of it, Alex.
Oh, you have a photo?
It's posted on Instagram. Their Instagram's like adorable. Look at this sashimi.
Oh my God.
Hamachi
in that
ceviche
sauce?
is one of the staples of our raw bar menu. Hand cut in house, this ceviche highlights the beauty of fresh line caught hamachi, served with smoked salt, paprika, jalapeno, and cilantro.
Yum. Oh my God. I can't wait to eat everything.
I want to get that. And then their
house
butter rolls. I want that, house rolls, and fries.
Let's go.
They have a spring gnocchi, hand rolled in house and served with seasonal vegetables.
Done.
It's a primavera sauce. Is that a white pizza? Okay, we'll look later. We're literally going later. Oh my God. I'm so excited. So yeah, as we've already said 5,000 times, we went to Gov Ball. That was our first time going to Gov Ball, and it was at the Corona Park. Is that what it's called?
Corona
Flushing
Park.
Meadows.
Yeah, right next to City Stadium.
City Field. It was so good. I feel like whenever I go to a new festival, I'm always like, let's see how they do this one. Like,
yes.
I feel like I've
got my feelers out.
Right. We've been doing this for almost 10 years now. We're at like 9 years.
Right.
Yeah, literally 9 years.
2014 was our first.
And I think we're pretty well seasoned to know like what works at a festival and what doesn't, and things we want as a festival goer that like make it a better experience.
And I think the first thing that I notice like going into a festival is the layout.
Of course.
The venue, like how you get into it and like how you get there. And it was like so perfect. So we took the train in, and then you cross through a bridge, and it never felt busy.
No.
It never felt overcrowded.
It wasn't too crowded at all.
The walk getting into the festival was a little long, but it wasn't crazy. I feel like it was necessary so that there wasn't pile up.
100%. And think about Coachella. If you don't take a pedicab, the walk is about just as long.
True.
Maybe longer.
Right.
I wish they did have pedicabs out there. Yeah. That would have made them go up, but maybe there's some like pedicab rule, because it is like a public park.
It is in a park, and there were like people at the park. Like you didn't need to have a ticket to get into the area.
Yeah, it was just like,
which is cool.
Half the park that was the festival.
We were saying if we didn't want to get a ticket, we would just like go to the park one day, because you could totally hear every set.
Yeah, but yeah, it was really good. I think the one thing I didn't like, which is nobody's fault at all, is how early it ends. It's in a residential area, so I get the legalities, and if I lived in that area, I'd want them to shut the fuck up by 10 as well. But it did kind of suck. I feel like when I go to festivals and I'm in that like party mode, I want to go as late as possible. I want to go all night.
See, I feel the opposite.
But then it ended, and then we left, and we got on the train, and we still went out like in the city, but that train ride home was too chill. For like I lost energy every single night.
See, I feel like because we had to like go, we had probably like a 30-45 minute train ride home each time.
Yeah,
I felt like it was nicer that we ended early. It gave us like the opportunity to continue our night, whereas I feel like if we would have ended super late, I would have hated being exhausted 2 a.m. and then getting on a train with hella people and then being like, oh my God, I have a 45-minute train ride.
I get that.
I would have hated that. So I felt like it was nice that I still had an up energy. It was like we left slightly early every night besides the last night because we wanted to see Kendrick's set. It felt nice that we like got on the train and were still up at around like 9:30 and then had a full night out. Yeah. I liked that setup.
It didn't bug, like, I don't think it would have bugged me as much, because that reminds me of Bonnaroo. How you are there late, and then at least the place we stayed, because we didn't camp the years we went, you had like a 45 to an hour ride home.
Oh my God. And
yes, you're tired, and it is kind of like a buzzkill, but you're tired enough that you're like fulfilled from the night. I see both, because it was cool that we could come back home. Literally,
we had like a full night out Friday,
have a full night out, like hang out with people that weren't even at the festival. But on the other side of it, I was in a festival mood, not going to the same bars and city mood. I wanted a festival vibe, and it's still a festival vibe, but it's a little different because it's in such an urban area. Whereas like Bonnaroo or Coachella, you're pretty secluded. So like you're in festival mode. Yeah, you're so like thrown into festival energy. Yes. Whereas I mean, at least I still felt like I was in the city. Me too. It felt like, you know what? It felt like outside lands where you're in San Francisco, and it's just like music in venue the place. Vibes in the city. Yes. That's what it felt like. Which is cool on its own. I think now, and again, we had never been, so I think now next year I know what to expect. So I'm not going to have those bummed moments because it's a city festival and like, right. You know how it's going to be. But I think I want to go to a festival this year that's just festival. I know. Bonnaroo looked really fun. Bonnaroo was the next weekend though. This weekend. Right. And and it's such a similar lineup. That's why we chose Gov Ball. Right. because all the homies came
Next
too.
year we have to go though. We said this last year.
I
We're like,
know.
next year we're going for sure. Next year we're actually going for sure.
It's just like life happens.
Yeah.
Like
Shit happens.
anything can happen. But my intention is there. I do intend to try and go next year.
You know what I always think about? This is a big sidebar. But you know what I always think about when someone says like life happens or shit happens? Do you remember Zach's MySpace profile?
Shit happens when you party naked.
Yep. I say that in my head probably at least once a week.
I like can see it. It was
Yes.
like 3 lines. I fully remember seeing it.
Where did that come from?
Your headline? Is that what it was called?
Was it your headline?
Your headline on MySpace.
On MySpace. Shit happens when you party naked.
It's like
and it
your
was
bio
in
on
quotes.
Instagram. I don't remember that.
Yeah. It was like, who said that? I remember thinking, who said that?
Probably
Zach?
like his brother.
Probably like Tanner or something. Yeah.
Not.
So shit happens when
Tanner.
you party naked.
Right.
And I always picture like a Adam Sandler-esque guy partying naked with his like hands up like this.
So you picture
And, like,
Adam Sandler naked?
Yeah, and like a house party vibe.
What does that
Partying.
look like? I don't picture anybody naked.
Ever?
I don't know how I could picture someone naked that I've never seen naked.
I guess, I mean, I don't picture full parts, but I picture like
parts. Privates.
I picture like almost like Ken doll-esque.
Oh yeah.
You
Where
know?
it's just like body.
Yeah, body and like
Blow up doll.
yeah, so I don't think like, oh, his dick would look like this. I just think like you're not wearing clothes. You're just like a figure.
It's just like pixeled.
Yeah. No, it's more Ken doll. It's more like,
Well, they don't have.
but they've got
wieners.
like shape.
No, they have. It's like a tiny bulge, but then it just like goes.
Right. It's like a little,
It's like a baseball cup.
yeah. It's like a cup. It's like a sports cup.
I want to see the new Barbie movie.
Ooh.
I also-
When is it out? Like July, huh?
I think so. I want to see The Little Mermaid. That's out.
Okay.
I would love to go see that like this week, or maybe if we're in the
Sure.
mood tonight. I'm sure Liza would want to see it. She's probably already seen it.
I'll fall asleep tonight.
Yeah,
I'm just tired.
I get it.
Yeah. I have to really plan. I have to have high energy to
She
go
has
to
to
the
like
movie.
plan like her caffeine intake
Yep.
and like sleep well the night before.
I can't take naps that day because I will fall asleep in the movie.
Yeah.
We went and saw a movie. What did we see? Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's so good.
We saw it with my guy and Kristen and Tanner, and I was struggling.
I bet.
I was sitting there like, and he kept going, "Wake up."
Or he'd like say something. You'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, that was crazy," but you're like half asleep.
I think there was like a solid probably 8 minutes where he didn't notice I was asleep. Yeah.
It's a long movie.
I'm
Marvel
telling you.
movies are hard for
And
a lot
I
of people.
usually don't go. He loves movies. He has a movie membership. He like has the AMC monthly thing where
Yeah.
he like goes and see movies.
It's really worth it.
Yeah. And I'm super picky about who I see movies with right off the bat. But I don't know. This is why I can't, because I fall asleep.
Right. And like if it's like a first date or something and then you're like asleep, like
Super
you're
embarrassing.
gonna tell people about that forever. You're gonna be the butt of the joke forever.
That's gonna be on their Hinge profile. Worst first date. The girl,
This
fell,
girl
asleep
fell
in the
asleep.
movie theater
and snored.
and snored, because I snore. He says I'm cute when I snore though.
You know who started snoring? Tanner.
I know. I heard it, dude.
I'm pissed.
It's bad.
I'm
Is it
really
like me?
upset. Yes, I'm really upset about it. I thought he was so perfect. Like he like what he looks like when he's like an angel when he sleeps. Like he like looks pretty.
And then through the nose? Or is his mouth open?
I think it's through the nose. Yes,
Okay.
through the nose
Okay.
for sure. And it's like
Plug it.
loud. It's like bub.
Oh, that's worse than me.
He actually I was like, you need to go to the doctor because this is new. I've physically slept with this man several times and he's never made a peep. And I will say in the past like 6 months, it's too loud and it distracts me and it makes me really angry. So we're doing really well.
Yeah, do you want to give like a little update on how it went with him here?
Oh, it was great. Every time he's here, like for that long, I'm like, oh, I wish we lived in the same town. Like it just makes it's so nice in the moment, but then when he leaves and I'm like back to like my personal reality, I get like pretty bummed. Obviously, anybody long distance will tell you that, but I don't know. And then when he's here, I'm not on my phone at all. Like literally at all. And it's so subconscious. Like I noticed it only because I got that alert that was like, your screen time is down.
Right.
Literally said 60%.
Holy shit.
I'm not on my phone. Like we don't like sit and scroll in bed. Like we sit and we talk or whatever.
Right.
And now that he's gone again and we're back to like FaceTiming and texting and all that, like I'm still in the mode where I'm kind of like detoxed from my phone at the moment. So I don't really want to be on my phone.
You don't like naturally go and pick up your phone.
Right. So the other day, or not the other day, literally like earlier today, he called me as he does. And I was like, okay, love you, but like, I don't want to be on the phone right now. And then I felt kind of bad because I'm like, this is how we connect. But I'm like, it's always just this like fade in, fade out time around the goodbye where we have to get used to being in a relationship over the phone.
Yeah. The transition is probably hard because I mean, especially him being here for so long, you get used to waking up next to him, literally being in your room and be like, hey Tanner, can you grab this?
Yep.
Like
getting coffee every morning. And
it's a different form of communication when you're apart.
It sucks. It like, I guess silver lining, like it makes me excited for the day that we're in the same zip code, but I also, there's no plan for that date right now. So it's just kind of a dream at this point, but it was really good. It was nice to have him here so long. I think I like that better than these quick trips. Quick trips are such like a tease
and like fleeting.
Yes. And we did something different this time where when he left, we were like, okay, let's actually we don't need to have it like planned and booked, but like, let's have a trip in mind to already look forward to because our last one, we didn't know. So that goodbye was kind of like, fuck, like, when am I going to see you next?
Right.
But I have a family wedding coming up and he's going to come with me to that. And we were even talking about like early August, I might come home again. Just having that in mind though, and something to look forward to does help a lot, but enough about Tanner though. I'm going to get sad.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. We started to catch you up on the festival. The first day we saw Metro Boomin. Was that the first day? Yeah, that was the first day.
It was the first day, yes.
And we went into the like weekend knowing that we didn't want it to be like a hammered drink the whole day, only focus on alcohol all weekend.
Yeah.
So we did shrooms, and shrooms really fucked me up that first day.
Yeah.
Not like a bad trip. Not like I did too much or anything. They hit me in a way because I had one cocktail and then I took a little corner of a mushroom or of a chocolate. And they hit me in a way that made me so incredibly tired.
It happens.
And I almost zombied out.
Yeah.
I felt like there was this was during the day, almost like right when we got there, good 2.5, 3 hours where I literally just wanted to lay down. I was like, I don't want to walk around right now. I don't care if Ariana Grande gets up on that stage. I want to go take a nap.
Yeah.
And
I've had that before. I had that in Joshua Tree.
Oh, really?
Just for a little bit though.
It really fucked up my coming into the weekend
too,
and my vibe. Yeah. So it started to wear off, like I said, probably about 3 hours in. And that's when we went and saw Metro Boomin. And I think I got my energy back. Metro Boomin when it started raining.
It was such a cool moment. If you were in the crowd, you remember it was like the set had kind of just started. I think he was only 3 songs in tops. And you felt one raindrop and everybody's kind of looking at the sky oh shit, what's going to happen? Big ass rain cloud comes. It starts dumping bad rain. And it was, at that point you have no choice but to just embrace it. And it was so fun. Everybody's soaked too. Who cares?
Well, did you notice so many people ran and left?
Yeah.
So many, so much. The crowd actually got so much lighter. A lot of people ran because the back. Yeah, it was really nice. A lot of people ran to the back and took cover under trees. Yeah. And I think he noticed that people started to leave. So that's when he dropped mask off.
Yeah.
To get the crowd going.
Up. But we fucking stayed. And Chris literally 30 minutes before that had just bought a few hoodies from the merch stand for people back at home. And so he had a bag anyway of 2 hoodies. Tanner had his own. You had bought this one you're wearing right now.
Yep.
And Leanna and I were looking at him and he's like, yeah, put them on. We put on the 2 brand new hoodies.
And he was wearing a t-shirt and he was like, you guys take the hoodies. It's fine. So first of all,
it wasn't cold.
No.
We just wanted it for rain.
It was warm and we just didn't want our hair to get frizzy and shit.
Yeah.
But he was soaked, but he wore socks and Birkenstocks the first day. So
say you've never been to a festival.
Right. But he has.
Yes.
Yeah. He went to Rolling Loud. He's been to Rolling Loud, I think, a couple times.
Yeah.
But so his feet were already hella dusty and his socks kept like rolling
so
and like
bad.
rotating. So you could just tell his feet were just uncomfortable.
Yeah, like the Hanes was like on the side of his foot.
Right. And they were brand new Birkenstocks. So that he was breaking them in, and you know those shits are uncomfy.
You can't do that at a festival.
You can't do that.
It's not the time to break in shoes.
No, go to the mall and walk around a few times.
Mall.
Break in your shoes when you're walking around, and then you can leave.
Yeah.
And like take off your shoes.
Right.
He's breaking in Birkenstocks at a music festival. His feet are dusty, and then on top of it, they get wet.
Sopping. So now they're muddy.
Yeah, he has muddy feet right now.
Those are
and
our
we're just
friends.
like right. And he's just like going ham, literally hammered, dancing to Metro
It
Boomin.
was so fun though.
He just like didn't give a fuck.
I loved it.
And like being in that energy, I think like flipped a switch in me, and I was like, okay, we're going ham.
Yep. Yeah, no, I felt good the whole weekend with my substance choices. I did shrooms the first 2 days, and then the last day I drank, and I loved it. I felt like I was so glad that I didn't get in my head about it.
Right.
Like we had just been saying, Alex and I have been sticklers on our drinking lately, and I was like, I'm just having fun. Like I just want to
literally
have fun.
at a music festival.
Anyway, I think above all, it was so fun to be drunk with Leanna.
Oh my god,
I missed that so fucking much.
So fun to be drunk with her.
She's such a fun drunk, and like she can hang.
Oh yeah,
like
she'll keep going.
She kept up with Chris.
Yeah,
and Chris is a tank. Literally, like they started drinking like every morning, like when we woke up. They had claws out here while we're doing our makeup. I wish you guys could have seen our house.
Oh my god.
If you know, when you have like a big party weekend, people are staying with you. Every surface was like, this was Chris's area. That was Leanna's area. Like everybody had their own area of just like their trinkets and all their things and their lotions and deodorant and all that. And this table was just each morning, the three of us girls would get ready, bring our mirrors out here, start blasting music, start drinking. It's such an unmatched energy the morning of
getting ready for a festival specifically.
It's such a vibe.
And like so outfits and the fact that our guy friends are so like, ooh, should I wear this? Should I wear this?
Like they're fun to dress.
They care about their outfits.
They're not just like bros wearing like chubby shorts and like a button up opened.
Right.
Could you imagine?
Right. Like the Birkenstocks and socks were a conscious decision.
Yeah, right.
They were like a fit for him.
Yeah. That's Chris though. If you know Chris, that's Chris.
Valid.
But we were making Tanner look fly.
Oh my god, he got stopped like 3 times.
Yes, people be like,
"Ayo, your fit's sick." By guys and girls.
Right.
That's crazy. That's
hot.
Well,
him and I got I bought them when he wasn't here yet. These pants from Urban. And I bought 2 sizes so he could choose one. He chose his size, but that size was actually the size I wanted. So we went back to Urban to get a second one, and they were sold out. So we didn't even get to end up matching, which kind of sucked.
On the same day, but you ended up wearing the same pants.
Right, I wore the pants 2 days later. And I didn't wash them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I wore them like straight. Yeah.
Oh, sweaty balls.
You know what? I thought
sweaty
that
ball
too,
pants.
but like they're so big that where his balls were touching,
right?
We're like,
does he get swamp ass?
No.
Oh, good.
Because he doesn't drink.
Sign. Right.
Swamp ass is heavily correlated to alcohol.
Right.
Yeah. He's very clean. He's not stinky. Like even when
he's bad breath.
No, I told him that. I literally was like, brush your teeth. That's a bit. Don't worry. He doesn't have like halitosis.
No, thank God.
God. But what was I just gonna say? Oh, when he sweats, it still doesn't smell.
That's like a sign that you like his like pheromones though.
Yes, but I'm talking like literal BO.
Oh, really?
Like I've never smelled BO on him.
Right.
I didn't put on deodorant. I just like that made me just remember. Oh, and I'm in like little baby tea too.
They were passing out deodorant at the festival, and Kristen used it today. Yeah, doesn't work.
It was so bad. I used it before a workout. The ultimate test. And I smelled worse than I've ever smelled after a workout. And I'm like, damn, they were passing these out at a festival. They're doing everybody dirty.
And it was hot and sweaty. No wonder everyone stank.
Yeah, no, that crowd did stink.
Yeah. The food was really good though. Some of
it. Oh my God, yeah, the food was so good.
Some of it was like the potato twists were so fucking good. And my hot dog was really good. But yeah. Remember that first night? I went and got a glizzy.
I don't remember that.
That was really good, but we got nachos and they were like flexing their nacho cheese was homemade and like you could do all these fancy toppings. It was so bunk. The chips were good. I liked the homemade. You got the corn chips. I got the tortilla chips. They were really good. Those were really good.
Like, ooh, my mouth's watering. They were like crunchy. They were good, but the cheese was so undersalted. And it just lacked so much flavor.
Yeah. For all of the toppings too, I got buffalo blue cheese nachos. Like you'd think that would be fire. You know who would kill that? Blue Haven.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, they have
nachos.
Yeah. Yes, they have like a nacho thing.
Nachos?
Yes. I want it right now.
Let's go. Should we go to this?
I'm kind of down because
she's not gonna be here till hella later.
Yeah, we'll probably get dinner at like 8.
I'm gonna need a meal.
I need a meal like right after this.
I can go for nachos.
That sounds really good.
Ooh.
I don't know. I just grocery shop though. We have been eating out.
Oh my God.
So much. And
I haven't been to the grocery store in weeks.
So I should probably eat that, but I want nachos.
So after the festival on day 1, we were all so fucking hyped. We went out to this place called Winnie's in Chinatown. Met up with my guy and his friend. And it's a karaoke bar.
It's so fun.
It's so fun. It was such a vibe. And Christian was like, I want them to play Suavemente. And and we're like,
he was hammered
like,
too.
He was hammered. And we're like, okay, sure. You got to go up to the bar and you got to like throw him like a 1 or like $5 or something so that they put your song on the list. And he goes up there with $100 bill.
I have a picture.
Me too. And he's got a little piece of paper that says, first of all, he goes, Alex, how do you spell suavemente?
We'll post the picture right here on visual.
Yeah, we'll put it up. But he like has a little piece of paper that says suavemente and $100 bill. And he's like at the bar, like, hey, bro, play it. And then finally his song comes on.
No, he put it on immediately.
Oh, right. Because
he wasn't even in the queue anymore. The guy was like, oh, 100?
Sure.
Throw it up now. You don't have to wait.
Chris gets the mic. And he knows one word, not even suavemente.
No.
He's just going suave.
That was it.
And like bumping.
It'd be different
suave.
To like request that song so everybody can enjoy it, but like it was just the instrumental.
You don't even know Spanish.
No, literally, it doesn't even know what Spanish is. And they play it, so all we're hearing is the like instrumental, the beat or whatever, and then suave in the corner, just like one guy saying it. Like it was such a vibe killer, and he knew it right away.
Yeah, and he turned it off.
Yeah,
he turned it off.
The guy was like, "Give me the mic." Give me the mic.
We're like, you paid $100 for that.
One bartender, mind you, in this whole place. Mm-hmm. One bartender, he's not only controlling the queue for the karaoke thing, but he's serving the whole bar.
Right.
It was crazy, and he was so like chill about it. I'm like,
yeah, there was a couple moments where like, oh, you're a dick, but then also.
I get it.
I get it. And he was cool.
He was cool.
He was cool.
Yeah.
He was like a valid dick. Like, I get it.
Yeah. A valid dick. That's good. Day 2, we discovered, so Dunkin' had a Dunkin' like coffee had a Dunkin' house there. And it was so cool. We were walking, we were like, let's go get coffee. Like everybody needs like a little pick me up, thinking like we're going to have to buy it. And it's just free coffee.
Free iced coffee. And they had like
the donut bites too, right?
Donut bites. And they had like 4 different iced coffee flavors. They had a blueberry compote.
Blueberry cobbler.
Blueberry cobbler iced coffee.
Good.
So good. But we got it from the Dunkin' the next day, like our Dunkin' down the street the next day. And it was not good.
Leanna said they didn't know how to do it. And I was telling her, because I pulled up a picture I had of the coffees. And if you zoom in on the flavors, it says, this is a test flavor.
Oh.
So I think they were just which is so smart. They were gauging at the festival who was picking what, and then they'll probably roll it out.
Genius.
So that's the poor guy at Dunkin' was like, what do I do? Like, right. He didn't know how to make it. He didn't know what it was.
Well, yeah, it's just like a syrup that they had. And he like showed us the bottle.
Right. But it was so different. It was like,
oh my God, it was so different.
Oh, it was like oat milky and creamy.
It was so good.
It was so good. And the Vietnamese was really, really good.
Oh my God, that was my favorite. It was hands down.
It was great. The installations there were cool. They had another cool Haagen-Dazs one. They had an M&M's one. There was a lot we didn't explore still.
Yeah.
Which there's like so many ways to do a festival, and one of them is like checking out the installations they have for you, but it is so time consuming.
Yep.
About Face was there too. You literally
the makeup.
You get your makeup fully done.
Right.
The temporary tattoos, the ones that last a year, there was a whole queue for that. They were passing out free chips. They were like so many free little things that I wish we kind of took more advantage of.
I had that thought while we were there. What was the big rooftop? Do you remember what?
Bud Light.
Was that Bud Light?
Yeah, and it had a slide.
Yeah, I had that
cool.
thought. I was looking, we were sitting eating, and I was like looking at everyone vibing at the Bud Light like rooftop thing, and I was like, there's people who've come all 3 days and went straight there and stayed there the whole time.
Yeah,
because they had their own like DJ set, and they were like playing bangers.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was good.
And
they
it
were
was
playing the
vibe.
lineup still, so
right?
You kind of got like a
little bit of everything, but like. It was a vibe.
Yeah.
They were on the rooftop and they were like spraying water.
It would be so fun to be on that team.
Yes.
To create festival interactive installations.
I would love to do that.
There's so many ways to do it, but there's also so many ways to do it wrong that I've seen from brands.
Fully.
And I feel like everybody there really delivered. So that's fun. I would love to be on that team.
It was good. I do wish we would have experienced more of those installations.
Yeah. Day three was the day where I decided to like just drink, no shrooms. And in the beginning, it was one of those days, and this always happens day 3 at festivals. It's so hard to get drunk.
Yes.
Your body is just like, I
can't get there.
But then I looked at Leanna and I was like, do you want to take shots? We took 2 back-to-back shots and had seltzers. And I think just like, not condoning this, but just like forcing it, balls to the wall, taking back-to-back drinks.
Yeah.
Kickstarted it.
It like forced you to like, okay, you're putting this much alcohol in your system.
You gotta feel something.
No other option but to feel drunk.
Right. So then it hit, and then I was good.
I was also dead that day. I hadn't done shrooms since I had that like bad experience the first day, so I drank the last 2 days. And there was a point before Kendrick. So we were at Giveon. Fucking love Giveon.
Good.
It was such a good set, but it made me tired.
Yeah.
It like. I don't want to say it was a low energy because he had like a really killer band and like his guitarist fucking rocked it, but I was just, it was kind of
jumping.
No, it was one of those sets where you're just kind of like, oh, I love this song, and you sway and you sing, but it made me really tired. And there was a point, I didn't tell anyone this, but there was a point where I was like, I could fully go home right now.
Oh no.
I like wanted, yeah, because Kendrick ended up being the crescendo of the actual, like the full fucking festival.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm glad I like carried through because Kendrick came on and the whole fucking set was perfect.
Yep. Banger after banger.
Almost like full 2 hours.
Oh yeah. It was perfectly long.
Yep.
It was like the perfect amount of crowd play.
He brought out Baby Keem for 2 songs.
Wherever you were standing, it was good.
Yep.
It wasn't just like you need to be right in front or anything like that. The crowd was respectful too.
Yeah.
I feel like
there were a couple moshes though.
But like, and they stayed in their areas. And if you wanted to be part of the mosh, you were part of the mosh. If you wanted to go and get into it,
just like
but
step out.
I like that. I feel like there's this new kind of alertness. I don't know, was that a word?
Right.
After Astroworld.
Yes.
And the lack of crowd control. There were so many times where artists were like, they would stop and they'd be like, you need to step back. Like Lil Uzi, there was somebody
Uzi stopped for like a good 3 minutes and he was like, you guys, and he was even talking to fans who were like trying to get his attention. He's like, I don't give a fuck about you right now. Like, quit trying to get my attention.
Yep.
I'm focused on this guy who needs to get up off the floor.
Yeah.
I had like so much respect for that.
Yep, you have to. And I noticed a lot of people, even before Gov Ball, like ever since Astroworld, I just love when artists like acknowledge that safety. So Kendrick felt safe, everything felt good. But yeah, Kendrick was absolutely amazing. I think my favorite part of the weekend though was Saturday night when we got home from the festival. So Saturday was Link's 6th birthday.
Oh yeah.
And we all walked through the door just like fucked up, whatever. And as always, she always brings you a toy and like meets you at the door and
like wiggles her butt.
She gets so happy. And we all just started singing happy birthday. And she was so happy, just like running around to all of us as we're singing.
Little happy birthday, Mom.
Link, you're 6 years old. Oh my God, we just woke her up and she looks terrified. It was really
sweet. And then the whole day we just kept saying happy birthday and I gave her like 5 pieces of bacon.
She's just a baby, that's why.
She had a great birthday.
I can tell she
knew it was her birthday.
She knew it was her birthday. And the whole time, like having people in the house for those 2 weeks, she was so happy. Also, she has her own relationships with everybody who was here too. Like,
she is in love with Chris.
Obsessed with Chris, you guys. She loves men. And like I always forget because like day to day she's obviously not around men, But when men are here, like even when your brother's here, like anything,
she gravitates towards, she like would rather lay with them than with us.
She likes to lay with men. She likes to lay on their feet. And that's something she's liked since she was a puppy. I have pictures of her like on Scott's feet, literally like the week we got her. Like she loves feet, but not women's feet. Just
maybe it's the smell.
Boy, or the size. Like it's like
and like the boniness of men's feet.
Yeah, like it's a lot. It's enough for her to like lay on.
I got some big clunkers, Mom. You can lay on my feet.
She keeps waking up. She's like,
let me sleep. But you could tell she's kind of exhausted from having all this like energy in the house because she's been sleeping the last 5 days. Why is she limping?
Big stretch. Is she limping?
Or I think she was just like,
are you okay?
Adjusting from standing up. I do think our camera is very off.
Yeah.
Look at, you can see that whole wall.
Oh yeah. Sorry
guys, we'll get this right one day.
Sorry about that.
We kind of do this thing to people when they come and visit us. We don't even do it. It's at their own discretion.
Right.
Every single time we have visitors, they extend their flight. Literally since we lived in LA.
Yes.
And we were at Auckland.
100% of our visitors too.
100% of our visitors
like a few times
will extend their flight. Yep. They literally like, I don't want to leave tomorrow. I'm staying at least another one night.
We are great hosts.
We are.
Like we make everybody comfortable.
Yep.
It's always a homey
it's almost
feel.
Like what you want to do, but we like give space.
Yep, enough space for like whatever you guys want to do. Like we host, but we still allow them to like make it their own trip. We're not here like trying to control their experience.
Like one of the days Chris went out and had a full day in the city by himself. He went and explored Chelsea. He went shopping. He went thrifting, had a whole day to himself. And I feel like there's a lot of trips where you go and visit family, especially when you haven't seen them for a while, where you're like, oh no, we have to do everything together.
Right. Like spend quality time.
And that's just like not how we are.
No, especially not in a city like this.
Right.
You gotta have like
explore your shit.
Yeah.
But they both, so Tanner ended up extending 2 days or 1 day? 1 day.
1 day. Yeah.
And Chris extended 1 day. But he was supposed to leave at 9 a.m. on Wednesday, and his flight left JFK 9 a.m. And I wake up and it's 7:30, and I don't want to get out of bed, so I check his location, and I'm like, all right, this man better be at JFK. Sure enough, his little dot on Find My Friends is still right next to me, and I'm like, fucker. So I get out of bed. And he's just passed the fuck out. And the night before, we had played Monopoly, and we were up
3 a.m.
No, literally 3 a.m. I don't think I went to bed till like 4:30.
Yeah, same.
Till 3 a.m. And he was just down in claws the whole time, so he was hammered.
Right.
And I was like, he better stay up. There's no way if he goes to sleep, you can't just go to sleep for 2 hours hammered like that.
No, and wake
and then
up
get on a flight. No shot. So I walk out here and I'm like, Chris, get up, change your flight before you get charged, and you have a no-show fee. Like, you're not going to make your flight. And he's like, what time is it? And I'm like, it's 7:45.
Your flight is literally boarding.
Your flight's boarding, and there's no way you're going to make it. He's like, fuck. So he extends his trip another day, and they both, actually everyone ended up leaving 9 a.m. Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like all of them were supposed to be staggered, and they all just ended up staying literally until the same exact time.
Yeah. Oh, I love it though. It's such a nice effect.
It was such a good trip. It was so, like we said, it was so nice just having our people here and like having the energy in the house. And usually I get super drained when I have people in the house, and I get like, I start to recluse, and I'm like, I need me space. But I really I felt like I thrived off of the energy in the house because as you guys know, when we talked about it last episode, I felt so stagnant these past few weeks before they came. So I think I needed the momentum from their energy, and I really like fed off of it. And it was just like nice having that energy in the house. And I feel like it's carried me through these like past couple weeks. And the fact that like I'm seeing this guy and I'm going out and doing shit, it's like the switch that I needed.
Same. I feel like there's a whole lot coming up, and there's so much motivation and happiness right now, and about damn time.
About it.
Like,
you know what? It feels like summer.
It feels like summer.
I think it's because I think it's the seasonal switch too, because
100%.
We definitely felt the wrath of winter depression and darkness, and the seasonal depression really got to me more than I thought it would, and even like more than I thought it did in the moment. Like I felt like this
like
winter.
Back.
Yeah. Well, I felt like this winter while I was in it, I was like, I'm not seasonally depressed. I'm fine. But then looking back at it, I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's what happened. So like shifting into the warmer days and the fucking sun being out.
Literally.
And
that simple.
Being outside gave like that momentum too.
That's why I was on so much vitamin D during winter. That's why my therapist had me do that. Like now I get it.
Right.
And we also got these big ass chairs on our balcony now. They're like comfy egg chairs.
They're huge.
They're very comfortable. They literally take up our whole balcony, but like what else are you going to do out there? Stand? Like,
and they were so worth the investment.
Yeah. They're very, very comfy. So lots of sun. I was out there today.
Got a stomach tan.
Did it fade?
Yeah.
There was like, you know when you get like tan before you actually tan, like you get like
it was like a harsh line.
Yeah, it was a really harsh line from my shorts I was wearing earlier. Oh my god, my fly is down.
XYZ.
So sorry everyone.
Oh my god, super
Look
embarrassing
away.
Kristen. That was good.
That was really good.
That was good.
But yeah, vibes are good. Everything's good. We just wanted to check in with you guys again. All jokes aside, we are sorry that we missed a week.
Yeah, we kind of fell off the face of the earth, but I promise we didn't. We're back.
Everything was good. I think we needed that, but we apologize that it was not communicated. So a lot of people are like, where's Oddvice? We're like, I don't know. You got it? Anybody seen it? I don't know. But we are back and we feel good, and it's frickin' summer, so lots of story times to come, and we're thriving, so it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been months since we talked to you as far as like the progression of our personal lives,
right?
But in the best way possible. So if you listen to this whole thing, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
There's a little update. Everybody go catch up on Love Island though, so that we can talk about it, because I have a lot of opinions. It's still very early on, so like you only need to binge for like one day and you'll be able to get it caught up. I think there's only like
6
eight
episodes right now.
Okay, we still have some catching up to do too, but yeah, have a great rest of your week. Happy Monday. I'm assuming everybody has today off. Juneteenth, right? Does
yeah, not always.
No?
Unfortunately.
That's stupid. Well, if you have it off, enjoy your day off. And we will, if you're on our Patreon, we'll talk to you guys on Friday. Overall, though, if you're listening on Spotify, please rate us 5 stars. Leave a nice little review. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you know when we post and when we don't post.
Right. You're like, wait, I didn't get my notification this week, so they're not posting.
There you go. Save our lives. Like, what if we lose our phones and people don't know where we're at? If you have our notifications on.
That's how people notice we're missing.
Right. It's like fucking a week later. They're like, where's the episode?
Where's the app?
It's like, well, yeah. But that's all I have to say about that. If you're on our Patreon, we'll talk to you on Friday though.
Right. And if you are on our Patreon, we have a Hella tier, and because we didn't do a Zoom last week because we had a whole bunch of people in our house, we're doing a Zoom on Sunday,
which I guess was yesterday.
Which was yesterday. Sorry. And we're also doing one tonight. So we're doing 2 back-to-back, some hefty ones. So come hang out if you'd like to.
These Zoom calls are so much fun. We literally stay on them for hours,
and
at
you
this
guys
point.
are just like homies at this point.
It's you get the nitty gritty.
We just know all of each other's lives.
Yeah, it's just like a big group FaceTime at this point. So don't feel intimidated to join. You could talk, you could not talk, you could share
camera
whatever
off for all you want,
whatever you want to do. We sit there and literally
talk shit,
get
hit.
All right, have a great week, guys.
All right,
please
guys,
tell me you knew that reference.
Please. If you didn't, grow up.
Get a vine.
I fucking wish.
I wish, yeah. All right, love you.
Love you guys. We will see you next Monday.
Next month.
We promise. Love you guys. Have a good week.
Bye.